Давай.
Mm-hmm.
Давай, тоже давай.
Hi guys, we're back live in Ukraine, and for our today's topic, Ukrainian women and religion, we found someone who can answer our questions. So I will translate for you some questions. So, okay, the first question is, how do you think are Ukrainian women religious persons or no? Як ви думаєте, українські жінки віруючі чи ні?
Я думаю, в большинстве, да, они веруют, потому что сейчас настолько время, по верующему мы говорим, последнее, очень сложное, что мы живем в пришествии Иисуса Христа, поэтому я думаю, что каждый человек верует в сердце, потому что сейчас не верить в что-то люди не могут.
Okay, so we are living right now in such times when you cannot you need to believe in something, and Christians call that like a past times, so the last times, and it's hard time, and everyone should believe in something, and we are trying to find something to believe in. Як ви думаєте, який процент українців протестанти?
Протестанты, я думаю, наверное, 50% протестантов, которые верят ходят в протестантские церкви.
Okay, so maybe around 50% of Ukrainians are Protestants. І як ви думаєте, який процент українців ходить до церкви? Взагалі, до
любое вероисповедание?
Да.
Я думаю, 80% в данный момент, которые ходят в православную и в разные наклонности религии.
Okay, and maybe 80% of Ukrainians are going to church, like to different types of churches. So, і останнє, як ви думаєте, молоде покоління українців звертається до релігії, до віри, чи менше, ніж старше покоління?
Нет, старшее поколение все-таки больше они набожнее, и больше их влечет, наверное, церковь. Молодое поколение, я отношусь более уже к зрелому поколению, вот, а молодое поколение, вы знаете, очень сильно поменялось. Я думаю, что нет, может быть, 30%. Я думаю, что всего лишь, которые действительно верят в Бога, хотят где-то найти время, где-то провести более спокойно. В основном сейчас поглощены молодое поколение это компьютерными играми и всеми остальными развлечениями. Их в данный момент Бог не очень интересует. Это очень, к сожалению. Очень, к сожалению.
Окей, дуже вам дякую, щоб не затримувати. Я зараз почну тоді перекладати, бо це довге речення. Дуже вам дякую, до побачення. Okay, so this woman didn't want to show herself. Just a second. No, нет, подожди секунду. Поверни на мене, потому що поверни на мене. So this woman didn't want to show herself for some reasons. She lived in United States for 20 years. And I don't know why actually she didn't want to show herself, but still she had some reasons. And her last answer on the question, like if young generation of Ukrainians are religious or not, she said that unfortunately they are not. Unfortunately, then I'm not, because the questions of religion and beliefs are not so important for them, and maybe only 30% of young generation are involved in such questions, involved in such topics. And but right now they're more taking care about computer games and something like that. So unfortunately, she's a beautiful woman actually. So it's such a pity that we couldn't show her face, and she's very nice looking and taking care about herself. As actually most of modern women who are going to this church, as I see from people who are entering the church. And she said that maybe 80% of Ukrainians are visiting churches, but maybe 50% of them are Protestant. Maybe she could know better than I, because I'm not Protestant, but I think that it's less percentage of Protestants in Ukraine. But still, maybe the situation is not so bad. So, вопросы в комментах есть? Okay, we have a question. Just a second. who is it? Hi, how is it? Hi. About what you're speaking. So I just explained the situation. This woman, she lived in the United States for 20 years. Probably she was in like a, had a job that she don't want right now to show her face, specifically for foreigners. I don't know why, but still she didn't want to show herself, and she had really little time frame to talk to us because she is singing in the choir here. So she had maybe like 5-10 minutes, and we just asked her for a few questions as she had some time. And I see already bells ringing in Orthodoxical Church, so probably the service is starting there as well. But still we cannot enter this church because I'm not in the church, I'm not in the dress. And all women who are getting there, they are in dresses. So let's walk a little bit and ask maybe someone else about religion. Okay, if you have some questions, you are very welcome to write them in comments, so we will answer them. So, and she said that actually young generation of Ukrainians are not so religious as older one. So,
how many
just a second.
on Sunday?
How many times on Sunday do people go to church? Usually there are few services. Okay, is this woman Orthodox? No, she is Protestant. So how many times on Sunday do people go to church? There are few services on Sundays, like morning service, afternoon service, maybe few of our afternoon services. But usually if a person is going to church, he's choosing one service and going one time. If girlfriend has strong religion, I must fix for her. I believe that gods are everywhere. Do you know who the Jake is? I don't know. But still, if Ukrainian woman is really religious, for example, if she is... Sorry? How is house architecture in Ukraine? We can show you right now. You can see it everywhere while we are walking streets. Architecture is here pretty old, but as to my opinion, is very beautiful. So, coming back to our questions about Protestant churches, this woman, she was Protestant, and I forgot a question. Just a second. Покажи второй comment. Just a second. Okay, yes. If girlfriend has strong religion, I must fix for her. So the thing is that if the girl is Orthodoxical, most of them are not really have strong values, so it's easier for them to change their views and to change their religions, because as I said earlier on the previous stream, right now in Ukraine religious is something closer to traditions, not to something that you're taking care about each and every day. So I'm sure if I'll ask any girl on the street right now, she would say that she's Orthodoxical, and if I ask how many times she is going to church per week, she will say 0, because young generation is almost not going to churches. And if they're Orthodoxical, they would say that they are Orthodoxical, but it really doesn't really matter something huge for them. So it's something that they get used to. Their parents told them that they're Christians, that they are Orthodoxical, and that's all. So really views of young generation depend on views of their parents. And in Ukraine, I don't know why, but parents are not really paying a lot of attention to the question of religion and beliefs. So, no. So, if you want, we can just make a quick street questions, So I will come to any girl on the street and ask 2 questions. If she's Orthodoxical or Protestant, and if she is going to church oftenly. Just we'll find someone. Just a second. Може, навіть не сильно. Я перепрошую, можна буквально 2 запитання?
Давайте.
Одну секунду, буквально. Ви християни? Я не із церкви, я не агітирую. У нас типу соцопрос. Ви православна чи католичка, чи протестант? Окей. І останнє запитання, буквально, чи часто ви ходите до церкви? Ні. Ясно. Все, дякую, перепрошую. Okay, so we asked just 3 questions. First was if they are Christians. There was a couple sitting right there. They said yes. I asked if they're Protestant, Orthodoxical or Catholic. And they said that they don't know. So they don't know, really. Okay, let's just a second. Let's go right there because this is my girlfriend and I can ask her some questions. If we come faster, just a second. Лиза! Ты спешишь?
Я не люблю такое.
Можешь просто идти, никто не будет снимать. Короче, вопрос. Привет. Ой, він уже великий. Вопрос. У нас тема сьогоднішнього дня – це українські жінки і релігія. Ти віруючий чоловік?
Да.
Окей, а ти протестант? Католик? Ага, she's Protestant. Окей. У нас... Ты можешь отвечать на английском, не?
Еще получше вопрос, это не.
Окей. So, можно ты чуть-чуть буквально снять, что типа, что я спрашиваю, а не улица, короче. Мы можем просто йти. Все нормально.
Давай.
Пішли. Короче, як ти думаєш, вообще українці, короче, віруючі люди чи ні?
Да, я думаю, да.
Окей. А який процент вообще людей, як ти думаєш, ходить в церковь? В любу, типа, ну, в православную или протестантскую?
Я думаю, процентов 60. Потому что особенно на Западе люди очень-очень верующие. Они каждое воскресенье ходят в церковь, ну не как у нас там, да, выходной. Каждый человек, он ходит в церковь, хоть в православную, хоть в протестантскую, хоть в католическую. То есть, ну, я думаю, тем более у нас был прошлый год, 500 лет со дня революции. Я думаю, было очень много мероприятий, ну, даже с нашей церкви, с нашей стороны. Были всякие и фестивали, и сегодня фестиваль День Благодарения. То есть я думаю, что очень много людей и приходят, и приглашают. То есть я думаю, у нас люди работают над тем, чтобы больше людей приходило к Богу.
Окей, мені тепер треба це все перевести, можемо просто йти, я буду переводити. Ні, пішли.
Магазин.
Ти тобі в цей магазин треба?
Да.
Тоді давай я поки переведу тобі відповідь, а ти йди в магазин, а потім я тебе опять поймаю. Okay, so she needs to go to a shop, so I will answer her question right now, and once she's back from shop, we'll continue our interview. So, just let's stand somewhere here. She said that she's actually Protestant and she's my friend. We studied with her in the same college. So she said that maybe 60% of Ukrainians are going to church, but they are religious. So this is, you see how most of Ukrainians are religious, but very less percent of them are going to churches. They are not going to church is not something that is connected to religion, as it's confusing sounds maybe, but it's like that. And she said that on West people are more religious, much more religious than here, and in Ukraine. But each and every year in Ukraine, more and more people are starting to go to church, starting to think about these questions, you know, about God and everything. So, and there was last year, there was, she said, an event like 500 years from revolution. And she said that there were a lot of events on this topic, and they have an event in their church right now that is called Thanksgiving Day, actually. And so There were a lot of events, and a lot of people brought their attention to these events and started to go to churches. Okay, let's see if we have some comments. We are waiting for Lisa. Okay. A lot of questions. Just a second. How many times on Sunday? Okay, this I answered. How is house architecture in Ukraine? There are holidays on which I have to pay attention to women in Ukraine. Yes, it's actually there is a holiday that is 8th of March. It's very important for women here. So it's colder today in Sumy, much colder. Here churches go many events in my area, dinners, gathering almost every week. The church goes somewhere special in community. Cool. Do the church there that do too? Yes, Protestant churches, yes, but not so often, I think. Привет, а как дела? Hi, Rodney. Best wishes from Rodney. Hi, thank you, you too. You have a nice voice, yes. So, and she's singing in choir as well, as I remember. We studied in a musical college, so she's singing. Rodney would mean up the pilgrims. Hello to all of the chat now. Okay, just a second. Martin Luther King Jr. is? Yes, we know. Okay, so till we are waiting for Lisa, yes, Protestant churches are making some events here, but I think not so oftenly as in Western countries. So, waiting for Lisa. And you see, it's the difference between me and Lisa is we are the same age. But for them, like for more religious people than I am, the family is very important. She got married when she was 18, and it was a guy from her church. So, and that was actually, maybe it sounds a little bit like old-fashionable, but her parents found a husband for her. So, and she already is with a child, and I'm the same age with her. I'm married because family is also important for me. But in their environment, it's very important to give a birth to a child as soon as possible. You know, so she's young and she has to do it. Maybe it sounds a little bit unnormal for a modern Western community, but still it's like that. So she's with a child already, and she is going to church oftenly, and her husband is taking care about financial situation. So such families, yes, they're more like in a traditional way. Okay, let's go. Да. Я перейду на цю сторону. Привет, собака. Куда вам надо идти? Я можу йти в любую сторону. Окей, let's go. Переходь.
Сюда надо?
Куда тобі надо? Мені в любую сторону йти. Кажи, куди йти, ми підемо. Окей. Як ти думаєш, коротше, молоде покоління українців і старше, яке покоління більш віруюче, який процент молодих людей взагалі ходить в церкву?
Ну, сложно сказать. Как, ну... не спешите, простите. Я думала, он американец какой-то.
Окей. Нет, это Юра з Липої долини. Ладно.
Ну, как сказать? Ну, я не знаю, просто охвачивать какую церковь, анализировать, да, если там...
Вообще Украину вот в целом.
Украину
да.
в целом. Я думаю, тоже одинаково, потому что, ну, как верующий, когда верующий человек, ну, неважно, ну, как он преданный, не преданный, какого он возраста. Но я думаю, много старшего поколения, потому что, во-первых, было и гонение на верующих, и вот это поколение осталось. Но и пришли новые, молодые люди, их тоже очень много.
Да?
Я не знаю, я уже забыла вопрос. Я ответила, нет?
Який процент молодих людей в Україні ходить вообще в церковь? Приблизительно.
Ну тоже 50 на 50, но это так.
Okay. So about young generation.
50-50.
Okay, 50-50. So about young generation in Ukraine, probably around 50-50. Like 50% of them are going to churches, 50 are not. But more older generation is taking care about their religion and beliefs. So Окей. Так, як ти думаєш, є якісь предубеждения по поводу верующих людей в Україні?
Предубеждение?
Ну, типа, да.
Расскажи.
Ну, є які-небудь предубеждения по поводу верующих людей в Україні? Типа, знаєш, що, ну, так, як расові предубеждения, коли, типа, не люблять чорнокожих і в такому духі. Вообще верующие, да як относится общество до верующих людей?
Вообще люди, ну, когда даже Евангелие раздают, люди так с осторожностью к этому обращаются. И типа, ой, да вы
Тобі
секта.
сюди? Чи тобі туди? Я не знаю, де
сюди,
твоя...
да.
Я не знаю, ти в церковь йдеш, ні?
Да я просто гуляю. Ну,
окей.
в принципе, да, иду.
Окей.
Да, очень много людей с осторожностью говорят, уйдите отсюда, или там, ну, или эти Иеговы, они затмили все вообще представление о церкви. Ну, то есть, я думаю, люди с осторожностью относятся. Ну, очень много людей с осторожностью относятся. Опять процент надо называть?
Не, просто вопрос. Okay, so I asked if they're kind of prejudiced to religion persons in Ukraine, and she said that maybe not a prejudice, but people are very careful in those questions. Even there, if something is given their Bible or something like that, they don't really like that and don't really like to share these topics and to discuss those topics.
Девочки, у меня тут папарацци. Ко мне пристала девка какая-то. Задает какие-то вопросы.
Окей.
Жесть. Ага.
Як ти думаєш, для тебе вообще важно, щоб чоловік, якого ти любила, розділяв твої взгляди на віру?
Конечно, я когда выбирала этого человека, для меня это был вопрос номер один. Ну, это для меня конкретно. Но у каждого своя вера и свои принципы, я думаю.
Okay, so I asked if the man, if she is looking for a person whom she loves, does it matter for her if he's sharing her religious views or not? And she said yes, definitely. And it was number one question that she was looking for in a man, like when she was trying to find a husband. But there are different religions, different views, so different principles. So, okay. А ти могла б вийти заміж за нерелігійну людину?
Нет. Ну, для меня это принципиально.
Okay. So I asked if she could marry a not religious man, and she said no, definitely no. Okay. Наприклад, як ти думаєш, який процент українців протестанти?
Я думаю, процентов 50. Ну, 45 где-то. Немножко меньше. Все-таки православных людей больше, потому что это стандартно. Так вот.
Okay, so I asked if what is the percentage of Protestants in Ukraine, and she said maybe
Илюша, отвечай!
less than 50%, definitely, because more Orthodox people than Protestants. Все, спасибо.
Все?
Да.
А куда это вам надо?
Це YouTube канал. Ну це круто. Так що типу, в Україні цього ніхто не буде бачити, не переживай. Все, ну все одно спасибо тобі велике. Окей. It was a big luck that I met her because... Just a second. Oh. Just a second, please. У нас чуть-чуть заканчивается время. Нам до 6 надо закончить. Но в следующее воскресенье мы могли,
Да,
потому что мы, наверное... Да? Круто. А во сколько это все начинается?
В 6. Ну, 6, типа, чай, кофе, а в 6:30
Ага.
все начинается.
Наверное, мы в следующее воскресенье до вас
Да,
прийдем.
приходите,
Хорошо?
да.
Це на Пушкіна 11,
Да,
да?
ты там была.
Да.
У нас
я-
здание чуть-чуть новое.
Я бачила, да, я бачила, що обновили здання, да. Хорошо. Все,
Да,
тоді в следующее
приходите.
воскресенье в 6 там, типа, можна просто прийти і зайти, да?
Конечно, да, конечно.
Окей.
Все уже общаются.
Okay, спасибо. Спасибо, пока. Okay, so we just were invited to the church, and once actually we're getting an invitation, we can come there. And this is the church that we went to for a first time, but they didn't allow us to come in. So you see, if I know someone from the church, if someone from the church is saying that I'm normal, I won't have any prejudice or I won't show any bad attitude, then they can let me in. But without such person, it would be really hard. So She just invited me to the church on next Sunday, and it's actually perfect event because there will be a service for young generation. So probably we'll a little bit change the time for next Sunday because it's starting at 11 a.m. So probably they are gonna be Ask Vita before our stream, and then we're gonna do the stream in the church for to see this young generation, to see this service. It would be great. And actually, yep, I translated her last questions, last answer. So let's check comments. Just a second. Okay. Just a second. Yep, we just answered the question, does it matter to the woman there is a man the same religion as her? For Protestants, yes, very important. For Orthodoxical, not so really important. Good stuff, hope it goes well, thank you. Are you planning on visiting in the future? Yes, I just saw we're invited to the church right now. So does the guy have to convert to the lady's religion when they marry? It depends on the situation. The guy can convert to woman's religion, or a woman can change her religion. So it depends on the situation. Okay. Is it very important for a woman, Orthodox, Catholic, or other religion when married? Just a second, I'll answer the questions. Age difference is very important. You need to be sensible, practical, and realistic. The future Mrs. lives in Sumy. I am out there for Christmas. Cool. Okay, we are coming to Sumy on Christmas. That would be great. Okay. Ask her if she believes God healing people today. Yes, she does. I know her views. So you have chose well Sumy, small place and not westernized. Yep, a little bit. Age difference. There are a lot of older men chasing young women. So first of all, as I told, for different branches of Christians, it's their questions of marriage and gender religions are different. If you remember, I asked a couple there. I asked 3 questions. First, if they are Christians, they said yes. Second question was if they are Orthodoxical, Protestant, or Catholic, and they said that they don't know. What can I say? It perfectly shows the situation here for young generation, because they even don't know what are these 3 branches are, and what are like in what of them are they. And the third question, how often do you visit the church? He said that they don't visit the church at all. So they say they are Christians, but they are not visiting the church, and religion questions are not important for them at all. So if a woman saying that she's Christian, if she's Orthodoxical Christian, and most of them are Orthodoxical Christian, it's not really hard for them to change their religion or change their views. So they're just not paying a lot of attention to that. So if you want to find a religious woman, it's better for you to go to a Protestant church, because there it cannot be just like I'm Protestant but I'm not visiting the church. All of Protestants are visiting the church, and so they are all caring about their religion. So questions? Okay, just a second. Comment. What should be, just a second. What should be remembered when he makes a marriage proposal at the family? Oh, it's very hard. Of course, we women is trying to find a romantic place for that and specific atmosphere, but okay, let's discuss it on our next topic, okay? Now our next topic for streaming is gonna be proposing, okay? Only issue is getting to Sumy from Kiev airport, a bit of hustle, but worth the long train journey. Yeah, it's very difficult for foreigners to get used to our trains and buses. Are you actually going to meet a lady in Sumy? Yes, I'm going to Sumy. Cool. Well, just write them in comments. When are you coming? We'll be happy to see you. I thought Joe said match guarantee was in Kiev, not Sumy. Guys, we have 2 offices. One is in Kiev, one is in Sumy. So it all depends on where you want to go and from girls from where you want to meet. And right now, unfortunately, our time is already gone. So in just 30 minutes, they are gonna be Ask Vita live. So if you have time for that, please watch it and press like on this video, subscribe our channel and press on notification button not to miss our videos again. So see, just in 30 minutes you can ask Vita all the questions maybe that I missed or something like that. So have a great day and I'll see you on Wednesday between 6 and 7 a.m. New York time. Have a good day. Bye bye.